Super excited for you guys to hear this amazing interview with my friend Erin Pollinger. She's also in the wellness industry. She was a chiropractor for a number of years and then found the world of network marketing, became $1 million earner, and she's just doing amazing things. And she's a best-selling author now. Her book, The Network Marketing Queen, is a bestseller on Amazon, and we're going to talk about that and just everything network marketing, but also the shifts that you have to make, in your career and how you don't have to do this business straining and stressing, how you can do it with ease and joy. And also, don't forget that my private Facebook community, the Network Marketing Leads for Life group, is still open and thriving. We are on the back end of approaching 1,000 people in that group. So head over to Facebook and search Network Marketing Leads for Life. Fill out the info to join, and I'll see you in there. So enjoy today's episode. Welcome to the Network Marketing Made Simple podcast. I am your host, Scott Aaron, and each and every week I'm going to come to you with short, simple, and powerful tactics of how you can grow your network marketing business, brand, bank account, and impact on those around you. And just remember, network marketing is not easy, but it can be made easy with simple steps to create the success that you truly deserve. So Erin, welcome to today's episode, and why I am so excited about this episode in particular. Number of reasons. Number one, I love talking to authors that obviously spurred their passion from being in network marketing, and like myself, and you are no stranger to that, being the author of The Network Marketing Queen, and also someone that has a deep, deep passion for health and wellness and empowering others, and really building this business with not ease, but more so grace and love, and honoring yourself instead of really forcing yourself to do this in aggressive manners, and really staying true to who you are. So Erin, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here today and blessing my audience with your knowledge, your love, and just who you are in today's episode. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Scott, for having me. It's my honor and pleasure to be here with you.
So you do have a very diverse background, and I want to dive into that first, because obviously you've had a quick rise to success, quote unquote, in network marketing, as we're going to also talk about in 2.5 years, becoming one of the top leaders in your organization and company. But obviously you have a long history of health and wellness, like I do, with personal training and gym ownership, but obviously you being on the chiropractic side. So let's talk about life before network marketing for Erin. And what was that moment for you where this opportunity of network marketing was presented to you, and how that entrepreneurial spark was lit and how it's never burnt out?
Yes. So basically, I found my path as a chiropractor very young. I was 19 years old when I received a life-changing chiropractic adjustment and knew that that was what I was meant to do. And I went to chiropractic school then at a young age, graduated when I was 24, right before I got pregnant with my daughter, Willow, who's now 19 years old. And love that path. Absolutely love serving and giving in that way. I love putting my hands on people and helping them experience more freedom in their bodies, and as a result in their lives, helping people, helping their nervous system reorganize and their brain wake up, and helping them come into their full potential and their full light, and really how they're here to serve and what they're here to give. And working with pain a lot, of course, throughout my years as a chiropractor, as the messenger and the guide for what's not working, and how can people say no, and how can people say yes, and use their pain to really change their story. And that was, so fulfilling, such an incredibly fulfilling part of my life. And I was, struggling at one point when I was around 30. I separated from the father of my child and just took a really deep dive down into a very dark place. And I wasn't making a lot of money at that point, and I was very sick and unwell in my body. And I started learning about time, what it means to really be more in my center and in my womb and connected to my body. And I found so much wisdom and healing in that path. And so I started beginning working with women around getting into their bodies and using the chiropractic along with the dance. And it just created such more radical transformation within myself and those that I was serving. So became a life coach. I'm in around physical and financial freedom because I handled my money issues around 35. I decided that, I had to make changing my relationship with money my job, because that was the moment when I drew a line in the sand. I said, no more broke, no more sick. I'm too much. I have too much to give, too much to share to be broke and sick for one more day, and got my money piece handled, developed a really fun and energized relationship with money. And so I was inspired to help other women do the same. So, using all the tools that I had in my toolbox as a tantric dancer, as a chiropractor, to the coaching programs that I took, really brought that more into my life. So serving on all these levels, doing workshops with women, chiropractic, life coaching, and then I turned 40. And that was the big moment for me, when I really knew at that point that I could create whatever it is that I wanted, that I could have whatever I wanted, I could be whatever I wanted, I could do whatever I wanted. So when you know that, the question becomes, well, what is that? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? How do I want to serve? What do I really want to create? And really the word that kept coming to me was freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. I wanted more freedom in my body, always looking for more freedom and energy in my body. I wanted more freedom around money. I wanted to make an extraordinary amount of money so that I could travel and be at my retreat center in Costa Rica. We just finished building a beautiful retreat center down in Costa Rica. At that point, it was about half finished, and we had run out of resources to finish that project, me and my father. And my daughter was about to go off to college, and I hadn't had that piece handled yet as a single mom. We didn't have the money to send her to whatever college she wanted to go to. So that was a big desire for me, and that freedom piece around money. I wanted freedom around to go where I wanted to go, while I inspired people, while I made money. So that just became my prayer, my daily prayer, of just being open and listening to, where was the vehicle? What was the vehicle? And what was the next step for me creating this life of freedom, of inspiration, of service, of contribution? And shortly after I held that prayer every day and was still enough to listen to the answer, I got introduced to my current network marketing company by two dear friends that I went to chiropractic school with, and just said yes on the first call, just enrolled right there without even, just did it. And actually, didn't look back, because I knew that it was my next step in this life, freedom and service and contribution, that I was calling in. And that's what network marketing is to me. It's a vehicle for enormous growth, for enormous freedom, service, helping others, being able to set your own schedule, really create your life according to your map, not according to anyone else's map. And what people have said that you should do. It's a way to really step into your fullness, and that's what it's been for me.
That's amazing. And, we find our life path in different ways. And you've been in the game, and, whether you've been in network marketing for 2 days, 2 weeks, or 2 years, it's the same process. You have to grow through it. What do you think has been the biggest obstacle that you have had to face in the 2.5, almost 3 years now that you've been building your organization?
the biggest obstacles. So the biggest obstacle, okay. The biggest obstacles that I've gone through, I laugh because, yeah, I mean, can I mention the company that I'm in, or is that not?
Oh, you can. This is an open forum. You can talk about whatever you want.
Excellent. So the company I'm in is called Prime My Body, and we are on a mission to blast out the best hemp-based products in the world. And hemp is a huge booming industry. And when our company started 3 years ago, hemp was a different climate. You know, right now the Farm Bill Act of 2018 just got passed, so hemp is deregulated, which makes everything a lot easier. But those first years were very, very challenging because of the industry that we were in and because we were a new network marketing company. So, I could sit here and talk to you for hours about the issues that we had because of the climate of the industry of hemp, and a new company. Anyone that knows or has worked for a startup knows that there are challenges. So there was that, right? And we've come through all that with flying colors. But for me personally, I would say that building a thriving, successful organization within network marketing takes such a high level of presence and attention. And for me in the beginning, I was moving in man mode. I was moving in pure action and go and the list and the calls and the meetings and all the things that are required for us to do if we want to be successful in network marketing. It's, as we all know, who are listening to this, who are in the industry, it takes a high level of action. But most people, when they start a business, they are in pure action mode, whether they started or whether they've been in it for 10 years. Most people who move in business are in what I call transform, pure transform. It's a concept that it's called the seasons of well-being that Dr. Donald Epstein came up with many, many years ago. And most people go in pure transform, the action, the things that they have to do, and they end up getting burned out. And that's what I was doing. I was creating such a big organization so quickly that it was a lot to manage. And I was just focusing on the to-do list and the managing of the team and the creating the culture and the calls and the meetings and all of the things. And what I wasn't doing is I wasn't taking radical time for self-care. I wasn't honoring the feelings that were coming up throughout that whole process, which in network marketing or any business, if you're going to build something extraordinary, it will bring you to your knees time and time again. It will be hard. It will make you want to give up. And I wasn't really letting myself feel the depths of that. I was just in pure go mode, pure action. And that's what really inspired me to write the book, Network Marketing Queen, because I realized that I wasn't walking my talk and I wasn't building this the feminine way. I was building it, according to how we've been taught to build things, which is the push, the hustle, the go, the more, the faster. And I work with women. For over 15 years, I've been working with women to help them create their lives by owning their feminine power and really stepping into that. So when I started embracing really owning my feminine power, which means listening, it means feeling, it means really being more, being still more, allowing the grace and the gratitude and the guidance and the wisdom and the divine orchestration, and not pushing, not hustling, not moving just from the to-do list. That's when my organization was much more fun, so much more full of grace, like you mentioned in the beginning, so much more divinely orchestrated. And so inspired me to write this book to support women in not just network marketing, but in all businesses, to really learn what it means to build from their feminine power. Because when women can harness this and learn about this, it's an absolute game changer. And it's game on. They can create whatever it is that they desire in a way that feels energized and fun.
And I want to dig into something because when we initially spoke, um, I was really curious about this because, and I totally agree with you. With a lot of women give up their feminine power in a female-dominated industry. Network marketing is 85 to 90% women, but yet you see a lot of women taking on this really powerful, masculine, forced type persona because that's who they feel they need to be, and being that relaxed and that, like, we've been talking about, that person who builds their business in grace and love, um, and not being overwhelmed and overworked and all of those things. So what was the realization that you had in understanding that you weren't tapping into this feminine power, but also when you discovered this, how you realized that most women in network marketing were not tapping into this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's easy. I just saw a lot of burnout, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of exhaustion, a lot of not having fun, a lot of worry, a lot of stress. And most women in business are overworked, overstressed, overwhelmed, underplayed, underfueled, and it causes them to give up. And so, really seeing this in myself in the beginning, and really witnessing my health declining. I was, in the bathtub at the end of most days, just distraught. It was hard and it felt like a push and it felt like a struggle. And seeing that in my team and noticing when I really started to embrace the principles that I teach and practice what I preach, the energy completely shifted. And I allowed in so much more of the divine orchestration that comes with being in your feminine power, the magnetism, the attraction. It's like pulling your destiny towards you and pulling your affiliates towards you, opening, receiving, allowing your organization to come towards you instead of going out and having to push and struggle and find it. You are more in the receiving. When we're in our feminine power, we're in our magnetism and our attraction, and people just want what we have. When we're exhausted and we are stressed out, nobody wants that. Nobody's attracted to that. When we are in our flow and our ease and our radiance and our magnetism and our center and connected to what I call womb space, all of this comes from connecting to womb space, which is the seat of pleasure and power in a woman's body. There's so much magic that happens. And I know magic can seem like a woo-woo kind of new agey thing. But there really is a level of grace and magic that happens when we're connected to this different place. It unfolds more effortlessly. We have the ability to listen and be guided to where our next affiliate is and to receive them. We know what to say when we're presenting, when we're doing all the skills that are required to win in network marketing. We're doing them from a different place. And everything unfolds with more ease and grace. So it's profound what happens when a woman is connected to her body, especially to, again, what I call womb space. The ability for her to feel the trauma of how her feminine has been wounded. All of our feminine essences have been deeply wounded, whether we've been abused or assaulted or any kind of, real outwardly apparent trauma. We've all been wounded deeply because the patriarchy has taught us how to be, and it's been the model for how to build business. And media, culture, we've all been wounded, saying you have to be a size 2 and have perfect skin to be loved, or that we have to play small or be the good girl or not have our voice heard for whatever reason. We all have different varying degrees of trauma, but when we connect with our womb space, we get to actually get in touch with that and feel the depths of the emotion that comes with that. If a woman can't be connected to her trauma and feel it and accept it and allow that to heal and have forgiveness where it needs to happen, it's very hard for her to create success, because that old story of trauma is running her. And then also, when we're created to our womb space, we're able to slow down. We're able to be more. We're able to connect with our pleasure and our joy and our radiance, which that makes us more magnetic. It opens us up to the receiving. So many women are closed to their receiving. It doesn't matter how much you do, how many people you have on your list, how many presentations you do a week, how much you travel to be with your team. If you are not open to receiving, you will not experience success. It is just the truth. And then when you're connected to womb space, you're in your power. You get connected to that fire of decision, of yes, of I will do this, I can do this, I must do this. You get to be able to draw a line in the sand and say no to the things that are holding you back, such as toxic relationships or beliefs or thoughts or patterns or habits that aren't serving you anymore, which helps you say yes to yourself and to your life. Yes to victory being the only option. Yes to you unapologetically, boldly, confidently going out and prospecting and inviting and blessing people's lives and being committed to your big vision, to thinking bigger, to playing bigger, to really being in your power. This all comes from us connecting to this place that is what I call womb space. And that's, really a thread in the book Network Marketing Queen. So that was, that was the vision for the book. It is the vision, and it's part of my big mission on the planet right now, is to support women in everything that I just talked about.
So what do you say to those women that are being taught otherwise? Because, we've been to these personal development events, and, you see people getting on stage and they talk about grinding it out, hustling, working your ass off, literally just hammering away at this business. So what do you say to those women that have been going against their feminine power, and they've been trained and taught by their upline, by their company, to go away from their feminine power because that's considered a weakness? What would you say to that?
First of all, I want to tell these women that I'm deeply, deeply sorry that they have been taught this way of building and creating what they want in their life. And it's important. It's important for women to really feel the apology, because it's not how we're wired. And I would support them to just be curious. If nothing else from this podcast, my intention and prayer is that it sparks a curiosity of just, wow, is there a different way? Could I do this in a way that feels more relaxed and more relaxed and more connected and more inspired and more supported? Is that even possible? Because that's the first step, is to really ask the question and be curious. And then, of course, I would also support women to read the book, because the book is simple. The concepts are simple. It doesn't take a long time to read. It comes with guided meditations at the end of each chapter that you can use to really help you embody the practices in the book. So I would say if there is that spark of curiosity, read the book, because you'll get so much more information about what I'm talking about, and more of the ins and outs of how does this really work. And just asking the question, is there really a way to have what I want and build a massively successful business? And when I talk about massive success, I'm talking about, massive success. I'm not just talking about an extra $1,000 a month. I really believe that we as people are open channels for money to just move to and through endlessly and abundantly. I believe we all deserve to have as much money as we desire, and really think big around that. So my book is targeted towards women and men who are ready to think really big. So asking the question, is there really a way that I could create massive success by owning my feminine power and building an organization where I'm not pushing, one in which I pull it towards me and I magnetize it and I receive it, and it is so full of grace and fun and energy, because that's what's missing. Not even for women, for most people, right? Most people are missing that element of ease and joy in their business, especially network marketing.
So what would you say, obviously you've been in this for 2.5 years, and a lot of people might say, well, I've been in it for 10 years. What do you know that I don't? What is something that has really helped Erin in her first 2.5 years of network marketing, going from having a traditional brick and mortar like you and I had in the wellness space to having this virtual and online empire that you're now growing? What's been the biggest thing that's helped you?
Mm-hmm. I mean, absolutely. It's what I write about in my book, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I had no previous experience in network marketing. Not at all. I swore I would never do anything like that. And I really give thanks to what I write about in my book, to that. I mean, and I write about all of it in my book, but to my connection with my body and my womb space, and learning what that means and how to harness that power, um, through all my years of network chiropractic, and using all the skills and the tools and the wisdom that that path has to offer. Because my book really guides women through a journey of what's called the seasons of well-being with the womb space. And the seasons of well-being is something that I got from that journey of network chiropractic. So all the tools and all the wisdom that I've learned over the years through all the teachers that I've been so blessed to study with and gain their wisdom, I came into network marketing with all of that personal growth and with all of that different wisdom, which allowed my organization to really explode from the beginning. And a lot of people, a lot of women don't have those tools. And I really, again, give so much thanks and gratitude every day that I got to come in with all of that in my toolbox. So that's really what I attribute my success to me, through all of these different avenues and paths, really understanding how to harness my feminine power, how to own my feminine power. Because when a woman knows how to own her feminine power, watch out. Literally, watch out. She can create whatever it is that she sets her heart and her mind and her soul to. It's just the truth. So I think that's it.
So I want to read a passage from um, your book, um, and it was from the second chapter, which I loved, and it says, "Feeling the willing woman," and I so agreed with this one part, and it said, "Women have been so badly wounded through culture, society, and the patriarchy. Media and advertising make us think we need to be a size 2, have perfectly clear skin, and wear the best brands in order to feel loved and feel beautiful. We are constantly comparing ourselves to others and never feel that we are enough." And I couldn't agree more with what you wrote in that chapter, because you see this on social media now, and it's sad how women give up their power and their beauty for likes and comments and all the things you're seeing on social media. So talk a little bit about the social perspective of what women think they need to be with what's going on in society, but truly at the foundation, that they're really enough, and what they can do to start taking that power back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awful what women are, the messages that women are getting through media, from their families, from culture, from society. It's awful what women think they need to be, or how they need to look, or show up with, in order to be loved and to be powerful. It's tragic, honestly. So I would love just to start the rewiring and the re-messaging that every single woman has this power within them, no matter what size, no matter what shape, no matter what color, no matter what background you came from. Every woman has this innate power within her, every single woman. And it's unique. We all have a uniqueness and a unique essence, a unique feminine essence. And, you're beautiful no matter what it is, no matter how you look on the outside, no matter what, you are beautiful, and you have something to share, and you have a message to give that actually only you can give. No other woman can share what you can share, because no other woman's been through what you've been through. And I believe the deeper the wound, the greater the gift. So the deeper your pain, the deeper the trauma, the deeper the messaging that really created your belief that you're not enough, or that you can't do this, or that you're not powerful, that you're not beautiful, that your presence doesn't matter. The deeper you received those messages, the bigger the fuel is, the bigger the potential is for you to turn that around and use that pain to really change your story into something that is so powerful. The deeper the wound, the greater the gift. So to really start harnessing that pain, acknowledging it, honoring it, feeling it, and then refocusing on everything that you're grateful for, refocusing on the remembering that you are beautiful, that you are powerful, that you have a message that actually only you can bring, that you are here to bless people and to lift people up. And from that place of getting into that gratitude and that remembering and that joy, remembering that you can be open to receive, and that you can ask to be open to receive every day. Just hold the prayer, get into the feel good place, get into your pleasure, get into your joy, open to receiving all the magic and the miracles that are waiting for you. And this will automatically help you be more attractive and more magnetic. Start to watch the tiny miracles that happen, the people who are connecting with you, the conversations that you're having, the books that you're being turned on to. Watch your life as this series of magic and miracles that it is, and feel yourself getting into your power. Know what you want. Remember why you're here. Remember who you are, which is a beautiful, wise, powerful, radiant, magnetic woman that has tremendous gifts to share. And choosing that every day, choosing victory, choosing love, choosing to know yourself at the core of who it is you really are. And the more you keep feeling the pain, and the more you keep refocusing on what it is that you're here to do, who it is you're here to be, and making the decision that there's no other option, that victory is the only option, and making everything that's holding you back from success, and the fear, all the things that hold us back, and saying, no, this must happen. I am doing this. I am creating a legacy by blessing lives. I am changing lives every day. I know who I am. I know why I'm here. Taking radical self-care, amazing care of yourself, and loving yourself. All these things, little by little, every day will help you own more and more and more of that power so you can walk out into the world so fiercely and so unapologetically as the beautiful, unique, feminine presence that you are. We all get to do this. It's just our birthright that we get to show up in this way.
I love it. And you guys will get so much out of this book, but just out of Erin and her presence. And before my final question, Erin, where can people obviously find the book? It's going to be in the show notes, but how is it best for people to connect with you on social media, online, to find out more about you and how you can personally assist them?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, the book, Network Marketing Queen, you can go to networkmarketingqueen.com and I send you there. You can get it also on Amazon, but I send you there because that's where you can get the free bonus audio meditations, which are really going to support you in your journey of reading the book to further embody the principles in the book. I'm also on Instagram, drerinpollinger.com. That's drerinpollinger.com. You can find me on Facebook. I am going to be starting a group called Network Marketing Queen on Facebook to create a community of women who want to learn more about how to own their feminine power to create massive success. So if you get the book at Network Marketing Queen, get the audios, you'll get on my mailing list, and we will keep you abreast of when that group and community will be formed. And then hopefully, bringing women more and more down to Costa Rica to my retreat center to take it to the next level of how to really, really own their feminine power to create massive success.
I love it. And obviously you're proof of concept. So I know that they can take it for your word because you've done that and you're just showing and blazing the trail for others to follow. So, well, first, thank you so much for being here today. All of that information of how to connect with Erin, to get her book, to follow her on social media, and obviously to be a part of the Facebook community when it launches will all be available to you guys in the show notes. So Erin, final question before we sign off today. There's no wrong answer because this is what this means to you. So what does success truly mean to you?
I love that question. To me, success means freedom. It means freedom, and that is going to be different for every single person. I think it means freedom in our bodies, really feeling incredible and energized in our bodies. I think it means, to me, freedom in our lives, freedom to travel if that is what we want to do, freedom to have the amount of money that's required for us to bless the lives of our family and our friends and people around us, freedom to give our gifts. This is such an important piece of success to me, is really knowing who we are and what gifts we have to bring to the world and unapologetically sharing them and giving them freely, giving our gifts, sharing our message, sharing our light, and then being open to receiving the gifts of others around us. When we can really do that and feel that freedom in our body, with energy in our lives, with money, and with giving our gifts, we've won. We have absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, won. So that's what success means to me.
I love it. And I couldn't have said it any better myself. So Erin, thank you again so much for being here today and blessing my audience with your knowledge, your love, everything that you brought to this episode. I know it's going to shift so many people in the most positive way. So thank you so much again for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Scott.
So as always, guys, please connect with Erin. Go to the show notes to find out all that information. And as I always remind you guys, take a screenshot of where you're listening to this from, throw it up on social, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, and tag us and share your feedback, tangible takeaways, and aha moments. And we would love to hear from you. So thank you guys again for joining today. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you again so much for checking out this week's episode. And if you can, head over to iTunes, search for Network Marketing Made Simple, leave me a 5-star rating, basic review. I would be grateful for all of the support you guys can give me. And again, if you'd be interested in learning more how to utilize LinkedIn to grow your business, your brand, and your bank account, head over to my website, www.scotterin.net. Fill out the form for your free 15-minute discovery call so I can learn more about you, your business, and how we can work together. And again, thank you guys so much. Grateful for you all, and I'll see you next time.